I think also you just mentioned Taylor and how much she's gotten girls into the sport and dads and daughters together, which that's one of the coolest things I get when people talk about Taylor and Travis and hearing from dads or hearing from daughters about that. It's an awesome thing. But also, like, how much do you guys think about how many women you've been impacted that watch sports? Like
on Monday's unexpected bonus episode of the New Heights podcast, hosted by brothers Jason Kelce and Travis Kelce, the conversation took a surprisingly emotional turn as two special guests, Erin and Charissa, joined them not just to discuss sport, but to reflect on life, love, family, and the powerful impact of connection through football. What began as casual conversation slowly revealed a deeper truth, that a cultural shift is quietly reshaping the way families are coming together. And at the center of it all is the influence of Taylor Swift on the NFL world. Erin shared a personal memory that immediately struck a chord. She spoke about the first time she ever truly watched a football game with her dad. As a child, she hadn't expected much from it. She remembered sitting beside him, the room filled with the sound of cheering and commentary, and feeling something unfamiliar yet comforting. In that simple moment, watching the game side by side, an unexplainable bond formed.
Young viewership, like Taylor's impact cannot be overlooked. Like those little girls that maybe didn't have an interest in football and then sit down because it's her, like that, the commercials and the different like little videos that you see that now all of a sudden the dads have a bond with their daughter over her, like is so special. Again, as two women who have made a career out of this because of their dads, to have those moments, like who knows what kind of impact that will have later on in their lives in a myriad of different ways. But it's really special to see.
That was just it for me, was just having that time with my dad, because my dad worked the weekends. He was, on TV at night, so I didn't get to see him. So that was like our special time to do that. So maybe you carve that out as your special time with your kids. I don't know.
The sport stopped being just a game on a screen and instead became a shared experience, something that tied her to her father in a meaningful way. That memory, she explained, has stayed with her ever since, and it is a feeling she now sees repeating itself in families all across the country. Charissa added to the conversation by pointing out how many young girls who once had little to no interest in football are suddenly drawn into the world of the NFL. Initially, some may have tuned in simply because of Taylor Swift's presence, curious to see her, eager to feel a part of whatever she was part of. But somewhere along the way, that curiosity turned into genuine interest. Those same girls now understand the rules of the game. They pick favorite players, and they sit down with their families to watch entire matches. What may have started as celebrity fascination has now developed into a genuine connection with the sport. As the discussion unfolded, Jason Kelce acknowledged the undeniable truth in what Erin and Charissa were saying. He reflected on the messages he has received from fathers and daughters who now share game days together, families who say that Taylor Swift's presence in the football world created a bridge between generations. He openly spoke about how his own children currently do not love watching football and would much rather sit down to watch cartoons instead.
My daughters don't like watching sports with me yet. How do I start to convince them to like watching sports? Is it the haircut? I got to start playing with the games? Is that the key?
Doctor, barber.
With honesty and humor, he admitted that he cannot force the love of the game on them. But deep down, he hopes that as they grow older, they too will develop the same passion he has.
Yeah, school, just centered around them. So they don't. They're not interested in football.
I think they're so young. Wyatt, I think she would do it now. She usually wants to watch some Disney movie or like another thing yet. But hopefully, I'm hopeful that it's going to start to happen here coming up. I got to start coming up with a game. I think that's the way. I got to figure out some way that we're doing something and playing while the game's happening, because the attention span's not there. These kids to stay, they can't sit down and watch.
No.
Like they just want the screen to be changing continually. Stimuli.
Yeah.
Crack. Give it to me.
And if that passion is fueled by the influence of someone like Taylor Swift, he would be more than happy to see it happen. The impact of Taylor's presence goes far beyond stadium seats and media headlines. It has subtly rewritten the atmosphere of game day for so many people. Where the image once stood of fathers sitting alone in front of the television, fully absorbed in the game, a new image has now appeared. Daughters asking questions about plays, mothers joining in the conversation, families gathering around snacks and drinks, sharing reactions, laughter, excitement, and surprise. The NFL has transformed into a place where emotional bonds are formed, not just points scored. In many homes that never cared about football before, Sundays have become special again. Living rooms are filled with voices, reactions, and shared understanding. It is no longer just about touchdowns and penalties. It is about unity, presence, and experience. Taylor Swift's involvement in the NFL world turned ordinary games into meaningful events. She created a bridge. She brought new eyes to the sport, new hearts to the stadiums, and most importantly, she brought families closer together in a way that few could have imagined. Jason Kelce made it clear that, for him, that emotional ripple effect is the most powerful outcome of all. After everything he has seen throughout his career, after the roaring crowds and championship moments, it is the quiet stories of fathers and daughters bonding that stand out the most. That, in his eyes, is the real victory. What Erin, Carissa, and the Kelce brothers highlighted in this conversation is much bigger than football. It is about connection in a world that is constantly trying to pull people apart. It is about choosing to sit beside one another instead of scrolling alone. It is about teaching the next generation the value of being present, of watching, listening, cheering, and feeling together. In an era where distraction is everywhere, something as simple as a football game has become a bridge for love, communication, and unity. Taylor Swift may have walked into the stadium as a singer supporting someone she loves, but what she unknowingly created is a movement of togetherness, a father sharing stats with his daughter, a family laughing at a missed tackle, a home filled with cheers. These are the real moments that matter. These are the memories that last. So for anyone who ever believed sport was only about competition, Monday's episode of the New Heights podcast offered a gentle correction. It is also about family. It is also about love. It is also about relationships growing stronger, one game at a time. And that may be the greatest impact of all.
The difference of sometimes, not all, because Aaron and I are very honest with each other, but the difference between men and women is two guys walk into a party with the same shirt on and they come up to each other and like, you look fucking great, man. Look at that shirt. What a great shirt. You look awesome. Yeah. Two women walk into a party with the same dress and they're on opposite ends going, that bitch looks terrible in this dress. God damn it. She looks so bad. And it's
just so making this dress look so bad.
It's so different. It's like men would be like, bro, your breath is awful. So here's a mint. And women would just like skirt around it and be like, anyone want a mint? No, you're talking to Sarah over here. Sarah needs the whole outfit box.
Yeah, Clarissa, you guys are the fucking best. My face hurts so bad from laughing so goddamn hard.